Hello YouTube, Pinchio8 here. Today I've got something special planned, and that is that we're going to be doing a double Delta Airlines 1-400 scale review. Our first stars of the show are going to be the difference between the A330-300, and then new in my collection is the A330-200, bought it used on eBay. Then we're going to look at the CRJ-700 differences. So here's the first CRJ-700 Gemini Jets came out with in 2015. Got it from my friend Aviation Blue Tech. And then here's this year's re-release of the CRJ-700. I definitely do without a doubt hope that sooner or later they come out with a re-release of the CRJ-900. But anyway, well, we're going to dive in. So we're going to start with the A330. So on this side over here is the A330-300 that you've seen at most of my airports. And then this is the new A330-200 that'll be debuting at my airport this July for Delta. So we're going to look at the two differences between an A330-300 and an A330-200. Or did I say that before? But either way, you get the idea. They're both the A330 family, except we have an A330-300 and an A330-200. So looking here, you can definitely see for sure one thing recognizable is that the A330-200 here has a shorter fuselage and carries about 250-something passengers, while the A330-300 here would have a longer fuselage and, according to Wikipedia, would carry about 277 passengers, a lot more than the 330-200. But we're going to talk about the difference now in Gemini Jet's rendition of these two. So this is a 2009 release of the A330, so it was pretty much first in line in this. And if you're able to look very closely, both A330s, the 300 and 200, have their registration tail number ending with the letters NW. And I believe I know why as of now, is because these two A330s were both Old Northwest airplanes. Because after all, we all know Delta definitely merged with Northwest and got rid of them. A lot of planes that you'd be flying with Delta are definitely Old Northwest airplanes. But let's really get into the rendition of Gemini Jet's version of these two A330s. So, another difference, considering that the A330-300 is a 2009 release, its landing gears do not roll, but the A330, considering that this is a 2012 release, it does have rolling landing gear. Although lately I've been finding that a lot of the new releases of these airplanes are starting to have antennas that stick up and stuff like that. But for some reason, both of these don't have that. But I think they're fine the way they are, rather the antennas are sticking up or not. But either way, there you have it. So this is a difference between an A330-300 or an A330-200. A330-200, shorter fuselage, 250-something passengers it can carry. A330-300, longer fuselage, carries up to 277 passengers. So there you have it. Now we're going to move on to the two CRJ-700s. So this is the CRJ-700 you've seen in so far a lot of my updates. That was bought from my friend Aviation Blue Tech. This is a 2015 release. And then here's the 2018 re-release of the CRJ-900. So far, what makes them both alike is definitely the detail they have. Because Bombardier was very, very clever in designing an exit door above the cockpit like that. And plus, there's also this bit of a design that goes around the tail. It's on both of these. The only difference is there are two differences you can identify these with. One of them is the tail number. This one being tail number November 611Q Quebec or X-ray. And then this one having the tail number November 708 Echo Victor. I know what all the letters and tail numbers mean. Now we're going to look at the real difference between these two, starting with the underbody. So you can see here on the 2015 release of the CRJ-900 how it's got the word Delta on the underbody. You can also see that the landing gear, the main gear over here, is wide apart, and that they have wheel wells to show you where they go. Now here on the 2018 release, they got rid of the word Delta on the underbody, and you can also see that the landing gear is actually closer together, and apparently there's no wheel wells. But other than that, they're both very good-looking 1400 models, don't you think? I think they're still good. Somehow I feel there's also detail difference in between these two. I'm just wondering what that is on that exit door. The reason why we can't see that detail on that exit door is because this is the exit door that you would board from. Let's turn it around and see if it has that other detail. And yep, there it is. That's on our 2018 release. Well, either way, here you have it. Our difference between the two CRJ-700s and the two A330s. So, can't wait to debut these at the July update of our Delta Airport with the operations based out of Atlanta. So, thank you very, very much for watching. Until next month, as my friend Aviation Blue Tech says, take care.